Good morning. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. All right, so today we are talking about my 5 tips on how to get back on track and reclaim your goal. I am super excited to come to you and talk to you about this topic today, so I hope you are as amped as I am to talk about this, all right? I have a couple of questions for you, all right? Now, who here has ever fallen off the proverbial wagon, okay? Have you ever committed to a goal and like with your whole heart and soul and then just sort of lost your way in that commitment, okay? Have you ever committed to something or promised to do something and then just got so frustrated with the failure of not being able to do it that you just decided to quit? Guilty. Right here. Why do you think I'm coming at you with 5 of my tips on how to get back on track? All right. So for those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Shari. Thank you for tuning in if you're new. Thank you for tuning in if you're not new. Okay. My goal is to get you looking as good on the outside as you already feel on the inside. All right. But again, if you are here today, brand new, I would like you to drop a new in the comments so I can be sure to follow up with you afterwards and say hello. Good morning, boo. Are you still on vacation? Thanks for joining. And if you are joining me live, I'd love to hear from where you're at. And how's your weather today? I'm in Wisconsin. Most people assume that it's crappy weather all year long, but it's actually really gorgeous this weekend. And then we have snow forecasted for next weekend. So how bizarre is that, right? All right, so let's stay on track because, hey, that's part of the process of staying consistent, right? Is staying on track, all right? So feel free to take notes, okay? Feel free to take notes. This is not going to be network marketing specific or anything like that. This is just staying consistent and getting back on track when you have fallen off the horse once you have made a commitment to a goal, all right? So let's tackle this together. Are you okay with that? We tackle this together as a team, okay? We're gonna do this together. Feel free to ask questions, give me some feedback as we go along. I'd love to hear from you. And again, I want you to know life happens, okay? You're not alone. Everybody has committed to a goal at some point or another, and we've all fallen off the wagon or gotten frustrated with crap and have quit. And Tara, I'm loving your pictures, so keep them coming, please. All right, so my tip numero uno, all right? You need to recommit yourself to the process, all right? Whatever that process was that you first committed yourself to, all right? Whether it be you were going on a diet. I hate the word diet, but a lot of people still use it. So whether you were going to change into healthy eating habits or a new healthier lifestyle, okay? I prefer that. Whether it is quitting smoking, whether it's getting up every morning and choosing to make your bed, all right? Whether it is going to bed each night at a certain time and waking up each at a certain time every morning, okay? That's called sleep habits, all right? Whether you are in network marketing and you make a commitment to do one of those 30 Facebook Live videos in 30 days challenges. I'm sure you all have seen those, right? Good morning, April. Thank you for joining. So you need to recommit yourself up here. You need to recommit yourself up here first and foremost. That's tip number 1. You need to say to yourself that no matter what, okay, no matter what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make another go at it, all right? You need to say it up here, and then you need to say it out loud. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you a bonus tip, okay? I'm going to give you a bonus tip on how you can really solidify that into your mind on a daily, hourly, minute-by-minute basis, okay? But you need to recommit yourself to the process. You have to be serious about it and just nail that in, all right? So let's move on. Tip number 2. If that first tip was helpful, if that made sense, drop a number 1 in the comments for me. Tip number 2. If you fell off the wagon, there was a reason why, right? There was a reason why. And you need to figure out the root cause of that reason. You can't just go with, I got lazy. Or, oh, I just didn't feel like it anymore. Or I was sick. Okay? Those are kind of like scratching the surface reasons, and they're legitimate. Okay? They're legit. You were lazy. You got sick. I didn't feel like it anymore. But why? Give me a deeper reason why. Give yourself a deeper reason why. You don't have to give me the reason. You're running your own goal. You're running your own commitment. I'll give myself an example. Quitting smoking, okay? What's a bigger reason why I haven't been able to do it other than, well, it's just a habit. It's just a habit, so it's too hard for me to do it. It's just a habit. No, that's not good enough. And what's a bigger root cause to that? So let's dig deeper. Why have I been unsuccessful? Okay, one, yeah, you're dang right. It's a habit. It's a habit. And you can go into scientific research on how addictive it is and all that good stuff, right? But that's kind of a crutch that I'm leaning on, isn't it? Right? There's another smoker in the house. Now, we don't smoke inside the walls of the house, don't get me wrong. Okay, there's children in this house, and even if there weren't, I wouldn't allow that. So there's another smoker in the house. That makes it really difficult, okay? We're getting a little deeper, all right? I smell the smoke, and Sherry wants a cigarette now. She's smelling the smoke, right? But is it that person's fault? No. I own my own choices. But it's still a deeper reason why, right? When I get stressed out, it's comforting to me to have a cigarette. Can I be honest enough with myself to say that? Yes. Okay? You need to be comfortable enough and honest with yourself as to why you're not doing the thing you committed to do and why you're taking actions in the reverse. Making sense? Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, hit the like button. Hit the little thumbs up button if I'm making sense. All right? Dig deeper. Find the root cause. All right? You need to go down, 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 down until you nail down the exact reason as to why you fell off the wagon, or you fell off the goal, or you got frustrated, or you just quit, or you just threw your hands in the air, or whatever the case may be. Okay? For those of you just joining, we are talking about my 5 tips on how to get back on track and reclaim your goals. Okay? Yes, Andrea, I sort of got the phone fixed, slightly off track topic for a second. The one thing it can't do is be used as a phone, the replacement. The only way I can talk on my phone is to talk on speakerphone, which isn't always the grandest option, thinking about conversations I may have on my phone. So we're going to have to send this one back too. But for now, we're okay, I think. So if the sound quality is okay, give me a heart or give me some thumbs, as long as you can hear me. All right. Tip number 3. Let's move on. So tip number 1, recommit yourself to the process. All right. Tip number 2, get down to the root cause of why you walked away from it in the first place. Okay. And now we're moving on to tip number 3. You need support. You need support in recommitting yourself to the goal and being successful in reaching the goal or completing the goal. And some goals and some commitments that you're making are lifetime. Most goals are, really, right? The healthy eating, the making your bed every morning, the quitting smoking, the, committing to your business, the anything that you're committing to. Really, it's like a lifestyle change, right? You're changing your habits of your daily routine, right? So it's a lifetime commitment. You're going to need to have a lifetime support system. So figure out the people in your life that are actually supportive of you and your goal. Okay? Not everybody in your life cares about your goal. That's just the truth, okay? And it sucks, and you want everybody, your mother, brother, cousin, aunt, best friend and sister, whatever, to care and to love you and want to push you and, you know, be there and be an accountability partner and whatever else for you and your goal. But the truth is that's just not always going to happen, okay? So you need to figure out which people in your life are actually supportive of what it is that you're trying to achieve. Now, there are people that truly do not have anybody in their inner circle that are supportive of what it is that they're trying to achieve. Whether it is, again, quitting smoking, making your bed in the morning, getting better sleep habits, living a healthier lifestyle, whether it's, you know, a big, huge change, getting off of drugs, you know, stopping drinking alcohol because, face it, you're an alcoholic and you just can't drink, right? Not everybody is going to be supportive, and maybe you don't have a supportive circle, okay? So you need to go out and find a support system, and they are out there. Facebook is full of them. They're called Facebook groups, okay? You go out and you type in a topic up in the little search bar, and you will find a myriad of groups available to you with loads and loads of people struggling with the same issues as you. Good morning, Danielle. Thank you so much for hopping on. Your question I am about to go over, actually. So find a support system. Create one for yourself, okay? If you don't have the automatic support system that some people, including myself, are just blessed to be born into, okay? You can create your own support system. And I tell you what, I not only have the born into support system, but I've also gone out and sought out another support system, okay? Hi, Mandy. I've also sought out other support systems because, let's face it, I don't want to share certain things with certain people. Right? I feel more comfortable sharing certain things to an anonymous group of people, if you will, versus sharing with, let's say, my mom or my sister. Does that make sense? Okay? So you need support. You cannot do it alone, okay? You cannot do it alone. When you are making a big commitment, you need support. Yes, the action, taking the action, is always up to you. You cannot ever blame somebody else for holding you back. The action is always up to you. You need to always hold yourself accountable, but there's no reason for you to walk this path alone. So if tip number 3 about needing support makes sense to you and you agree, I want to see a number 3 in the comments, okay? So here's a big one. We're moving on to tip number 4, and we're going to talk about overcoming the fear of failure. Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, overcoming the fear of failure. Because let's face it, we've committed to a goal, right? And we have failed. All right? Whether the goal was we were going to quit smoking and 5 days later we picked up a cigarette and smoked. We were going to quit drinking and, 6 years later, we picked up a drink and started drinking again. We were going to do 30 Facebook Lives for our business, and we only did 15 in that 30 days. We were going to make our bed every morning for the next 6 months, but we only did it for like 3 days, and then we were sort of over it, and we kind of stopped doing it because we never made it a habit, right? So we've already failed. It's already in here and up here that we can't do it, right? It's embedded in our brain. It is a natural human emotion to be like, yep, Shari, you can't do this. So don't bother trying again. You already failed. And you may have some negative Nellies in your life too, like real live people that are like, why are you even bothering? Why are you even bothering doing that? You've already been doing XYZ for 20 years. Why are you even bothering trying to change that now? There's no way you're going to be able to do that, right? Have you ever had somebody challenge you negatively? I have. I've had somebody say You can't do that. It's terrible. Why would somebody do that, right? I mean, really ask yourself, like, why would somebody do that to you? But I've had it happen, and it hurts. It sucks. And it hurts when we don't finish out, when we don't complete the goal we were running after, whether it's a 2-week goal, whether it's a 30-day goal, whether it's a lifetime goal. When we fail, when we fall off the wagon, you know, when we just get so frustrated with our results that we choose to quit, it's eating us alive, and now we want to get back on track and be consistent with it, but the fear of failure is holding us back, and we just can't get started again, right? So, how do we overcome that? There are so many ways to do this. Now, you're going to hear experts, the common thing, the fear of failure. What do experts say? Just go out and do it. Just go out and do it, and you're going to overcome your fear. Okay. If your fear is riding a roller coaster, if your fear is fear of heights, if your fear is going live on Facebook, okay, like I'm doing right now, then maybe yes, just go do it is going to work for you. It might work for you to just go do it. And then as you do more of it, right, you're going to get more familiar with it, and you're going to be able to just do it. Yes, exactly, Mandy. I sort of, sometimes it's hard because it's like I hate your face right now for talking to me like that. But if you can use their negativity as fuel, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. Good morning, Tara. Thank you for joining. So the experts about just go out and do it. I mean, yeah, depends on what your goal is. Okay, but most of the goals and commitments that we're talking about, that advice doesn't really work. Okay, it just really doesn't work, because these are habits, these are actions that we have to take every single day in order to make them habits, in order to make them successful commitments, right? Okay, do you agree? Can I get likes, hearts, or you can throw a heart emoji in the comment if you agree, all right? Here's what you can do. Here's what you can do, and here's what's worked for me. Positive affirmations. Do you know what positive affirmations are? It's when you look in the mirror, okay? You look in the mirror and you tell yourself. It's you, yourself, and that's it. And you're looking in the mirror, eye to eye, and you tell yourself, Shari, you can do this. Shari, you are enough. Shari, you are stronger than what those other people think. Shari, you are better than what your brain is telling you. Your brain is playing tricks on you and is lying to you. Tell your brain to shut up and kick rocks, because you can do this. Okay? Positive affirmations. You are telling yourself that you are more than what this thing is telling you, because this thing is in a rut up here. I'm not doing a crazy symbol. This thing is spinning wheels, okay? This thing is spinning wheels. It's in a rut, and it's your job to kick it out of that rut, all right? We're going to kick it into a different mode, all right? So positive affirmations, that's one thing you can do to overcome the fear of failure. The second thing you can do, go back to that support system that you either maybe forgot about or that you needed to go create or find for yourself, and lean on them. Lean on them. Be honest with them. Go reach out to them. What do you think they're there for? They want to support you. They're waiting for you to come to them and say, hey, Tara, I'm struggling right now. I am struggling, and I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. This was my goal, and I don't know how to get started again. I stopped for so long that I just don't know where to turn. I don't know what to do. I'm lost, right? Go back to that support system and reach out for help. If you are a believer, if you are a person of faith, kneel, fold your hands, and talk to the man upstairs, okay? Get some guidance, all right? Realize and really let it soak in that nobody is perfect. Nobody walking on this earth currently is perfect, okay? Everybody walking on this earth, including the person on Facebook that seems like they have everything all together all the time, okay? The whole keeping up with the Joneses thing, the person that's constantly playing their highlight reel for you, okay, is not perfect. They have messed up. They have given up on a commitment. They have failed, okay? Everybody has done it. You are not alone in your struggle, okay? Again, you need to go to that support system, but it's for you to absorb that. It's for you. It's about you, because only you can overcome the fear of failure. Only you can believe that, right? Like, your support system can only do so much. You have to actually believe that, right? So believe and understand that you are not a failure. Go read the story about how Michael Jordan got from high school basketball player to legendary Michael Jordan. I won't go through his stats. I'm a Michael Jordan fanatic, and I could talk about him all day. Go read his story, okay? Go read, you know who else is really inspirational that people forget about? Keanu Reeves. Go read that man's story. I'm serious. The second I stop this live, go read Keanu Reeves' story. If you don't know who that is, he's an actor. He doesn't do a whole lot anymore with acting, which is why his name may not be familiar to some of you, but he is legit. You want to talk about struggles and getting to where he's at. Whew. Okay, go read the man's story. Absolutely, Tara, yes. And hi, Bethany, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Okay. Other little things you can do, and again, I say little, but they aren't really little. You can listen to inspirational music. Now, that could be anything, depending on who you are and what mood you're in. For me, inspirational music can vary from contemporary Christian radio to hardcore, like DMX, you know, y'all gonna make me lose my mind, like that song, right? Like, I'm not gonna rap for you guys, but right, anything that's just gonna get you like pumped and feeling good about yourself, okay, and feeling ready and feeling just like I'm gonna conquer this freaking day. Yeah, okay, anything that's just gonna blast you and rocket you into a different mindset. All right, a different mindset that isn't, I can't do this today. You need to think about it as you're going to the gym to go work out. What does that playlist sound like for you? What's going to get you amped up? What's going to be like, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can totally do this. I can totally conquer this. That goes for anything. Okay? You're craving that cigarette? Go listen to that same playlist. Okay? This might not work so well for your sleep schedule because you don't want to be amped up before you're, trying to like go to sleep at night at the same time and, wake up at the same time every day. But you get what I'm saying, right? The thing with the 30-day lives, if you're in direct sales, all right, before you go live and you're just that fear of failure, like, oh, I can't do this. I've been absent from my audience. They're gonna know. I'm nervous, I'm scared, I keep getting knocked down no matter what I do, okay? Just keep going. And that music is so powerful in your brain. Again, oh my gosh, like the studies, I've studied music, and music is a huge part of my life. So I could talk about the study of music and what it does up here to your psyche. Like, it's huge. It's huge, okay? And we're still on tip number 4, and I'll get through that here real quickly. Read inspirational quotes. It might sound cheesy, okay? It might sound cheesy, but does it not make you feel good when you are scrolling through your Facebook feed and somebody has posted an inspirational quote and it resonates with you and you're like, And it does actually make you feel good. You don't always roll your eyes, and you don't always just scroll past it. Sometimes you stop, and sometimes you hit the like button or the love button, or you comment on it, or you save the picture, right? Okay? Yeah, Bethany, I mean, for me, it's not cheesy. I like them, okay? You'll see I post inspirational things all the time, not just because they resonate with me, but because part of my mission in life is to inspire, encourage, and uplift other people as well. And I feel that sharing those things with other people and what they mean to me and what they could mean to you is helpful, okay? So, inspirational quotes, all right? And again, if you are a person of faith, open the book, all right? You have page upon page upon page of inspirational quotes to read. The whole saying, you get knocked down 7 times, you get back up 8. Couldn't be any more true. It could not be any more true. You just keep doing it, okay? Get that up here. You have to believe it, though. You have to believe it. As many times as it's going to take for you to believe it, you just have to believe it. Stick with me. Again, I'm going to give you a little bonus tip, how these are going to stay implanted into your brain. If you're not taking notes now, okay, I'm going to give you a little tip on how you can hang on to these tips once we're done today, all right? So the last thing in tip number 4, a mentor of mine says, lower your standards. Lower your standards. Don't shoot for perfection all the time. You don't always have to shoot for 100%, okay? You don't have to. You don't have to be perfect every day. You don't have to be perfect any day, really, because you can't be. Nobody's perfect. But if you're always shooting for 100%, well, where do you have to go from there, right? And you can't, I mean, you can do something really well and you can be super duper proud of it and you're like, yes, A freaking plus, I nailed that, right? You went a whole day without having that cigarette. You went that 30 days going live on Facebook. You made your bed for 6 freaking months, like without missing a day. Yes, A plus, I freaking nailed that, okay? But maybe you were aiming to do 20 out of 30 of those days for the Facebook Lives. Maybe you aimed to make your bed 4 out of the 6 months, right? So even more of an accomplishment when you knock it out of the freaking park. Lower your standards a little bit. Stop holding yourself to such a high standard that you set yourself up for failure all the time, okay? This is, again, overcoming that fear of failure. Well, I'm afraid of failing too if I expect myself to be at 100% every single day, all right? Okay? Now, if you guys are finding any value in this, I mean, I swear, please feel free to share it because so many people are so afraid of this particular tip number 4. If you're finding tip number 4 helpful, please drop a 4 in the comments. But if you're finding tip number 4 helpful, please feel free to share this video. I think tip number 4 could be alive all on its own. Overcoming failure is just, it's a big deal and it's hard. It really is hard, okay? And it's no joke and it's nothing to scoff about. You just have to commit to coming over it, overcoming it, I should say, all right? So we're gonna move on to my final tip, number 5. And again, I do have one bonus tip for you, but we're gonna move on to the last tip, 5, right? We're reclaiming our goals and getting back on track. So tip number 5 is remember why you started doing this in the first place. Okay? Think back to why you committed to doing blank in the first place. And that's for you to fill in the blank. What is your goal? What is your commitment that you made? That yes, you failed on. Yes, you fell off the wagon. Yes, you got frustrated with it and you threw it away. You tore it up. You tore up the piece of paper, you tore up all the goals you wrote down, and you said, screw this, I suck at this, I'm done. And you crumpled it on the ground, or you threw it in the fire, or you threw it in the trash, and you said, I'm done with this, right? Now we're in a different place. It's eating away at us because we did that, right? We gave up, or we didn't give up, we just didn't quite get to where we wanted to be. And so we got really inconsistent with it, or we sort of just lost our way. And now we really want to come back to it, and we really want to go just, head first, dive in, get right back into it. So remember why you started in the first place. And I tell you what, if you can remember why, and if you can dig up those original emotions of why, right? You guys have heard the saying, like, your why should make you cry, right? So for me, again, we're going to go back to the example of quitting smoking. Quitting smoking for me means my kids don't have to watch me have a cigarette in my mouth ever again. That means more than I can even put into words. That's more of a internal emotion, I guess, than I can really describe. It means that I won't be exposing them ever to any secondhand smoke, and I do my damnedest to keep them away from it regardless, right? I've already told you guys, we don't smoke in the house, we keep it away from them as much as possible, but they'll never be exposed to it. They won't have to worry as they get older and they're going through school and they start to learn about the effects of what smoking can do to somebody. They don't have to come home, as they have, and say, Mom, can you please quit smoking? Do you know what's going to happen to you if you keep smoking? It hurts. It's like, straight to the heart. Straight to the heart. Okay? You got to remember why. Why did you start? Why did you start? Where did that feeling come from? Your why should make you cry, right? If you are in network marketing, why did you start? Why did you sign up? Why did you join network marketing? Your why should make you cry. If you want to make your bed every day for 6 months, maybe your why shouldn't make you cry. I don't know. Why is that important to you? Maybe it is incredibly important to you. I don't know. Your why should make you cry doesn't always apply. Hey, that rhymes too. But it doesn't always apply to every single goal, okay? Healthier eating habits, a healthier lifestyle. That can mean so many things for so many people, depending on where you're at in life and when you're starting that, right? Okay, so your why, again, it doesn't have to make you cry, but I can guarantee you there is a strong feeling sitting in there as to why you started this to begin with. And you need to go back and remember why you started, dig those emotions up, and use that as fuel, okay? You do have a why. You do have a why. Some people are like, I don't know what my why is. I have no idea. I have no idea what my why is. I'm going to throw the BS card on you right now. Because you had a reason for starting. You just got to go back and think about it. Whether it's a tiny reason or a big reason or whatever, you had a reason. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made the choice, right? So, those are my 5 tips. Really quick summary. Recommit to your process, all right? For those of you who are not taking notes, recommit to your process, okay? Figure out the root cause, the reason why we fell off the wagon or stopped, okay? You need to solve that first. Don't just scratch the surface. Get really deep and involved with yourself. And why did we fall off the wagon? Or why did we get frustrated? Why did we quit in the first place? Number 3, you need support. If you don't have an automatic born-in support system, go create a support system. Go find a support system for yourself. And if you need help with that, reach out. I can help you find one, okay? Number 4, you need to overcome the fear of failure. And again, we talked a lot about that one, but it's huge, and it's a pinnacle point in turning this around for yourself, okay? And then number 5 is remembering why you started to begin with. Remember your reason why, okay? Those are my 5 tips on how to reclaim your goal, okay? And stay consistent. I don't remember what the heck the title was now. But here's my bonus tip. Okay, I promised you a bonus tip. Invest in Post-it notes. I have a gazillion Post-it notes in my house. Okay, here's what I use them for. Recommit to my process. I write down what my process is. What am I committed to? There's Post-it notes. Okay. Why am I doing it? Or why am I doing it? Yeah, my why. Post-it notes. It's written everywhere. All right. My support system. I remind myself, reach out, reach out, reach out. Okay. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. Okay. Overcoming the fear of failure. All right. Positive affirmations are everywhere in my house, and not just on Post-it notes, but all in my phone too. Like I told you, a playlist of music and pictures and everything else. Okay, so go invest yourself in some Post-it notes, because you need to stick them everywhere, whether they're on your mirror when you first get out of the shower, when you wake up in the morning, next to your bed, next to your alarm clock, in your car, at work, wherever you feel comfortable putting those Post-it notes up. On the fridge, okay, on the stove, not on the stove, let's be safe, but above the stove, whatever. Get those Post-it notes up so you can see them everywhere you go throughout the day. All right, that is all I have to share with you. I really hope this video was helpful for you. If you did find value in it, I would love some feedback from you on it. And if you think that other people could get any value from this, please feel free to share it with them. I would hope that, some other people could benefit from this as well. So thanks for joining me on this Saturday morning. I hope you all have beautiful weather just like we do here in Wisconsin. And I will catch you next time. Bye.